It was a game that could decide the fate of the playoffs for Eastern Washington, and the Eagles take a loss to Montana State 23-20. Our Brenna Green was there for it all. Let's move on out to Cheney with Brenna.
Hi, Cody. Yeah, the score of this game would indicate that it was close. However, Montana State really had control of this contest from the second quarter on. And one of the huge reasons why was because of the play of their quarterback, Matthew McKay. He had 65 yards rushing, including a rushing touchdown in the first quarter that put Montana State up 7-0. He also had over 250 yards passing. He pretty much outplayed Eric Berrier today. His main target, Lance McCutcheon, had 150 yards receiving, and the highlight of the day was this passing touchdown that put Montana State up 14-13. McKay and McCutcheon also hooked up for the most important play of the second half as McKay hit McCutcheon with a huge pass that set up the touchdown that put MSU up 23-13. Eastern would come back and score a touchdown, but they really couldn't muster any offense pretty much from the first quarter on outside of that touchdown drive. And that touchdown drive in the fourth quarter was only set up because of a Montana State turnover. Overall, the Bobcats had 554 yards of offense. Now, like I just said, the Eagles struggled on offense, particularly on third down. 3 of 13 there. They were 2 of 3 from fourth, according to the stats, but it's just really hard to win a game when you only advance the ball 5 times on either third or fourth down. Eric Berrier also was pressured a lot today. He rushed 9 times for a grand total of 17 yards. Very un-Berrier-like of him. Eastern only had 30 yards of offense in the third quarter, so I think that illustrates just how difficult of a day this was for them. And Aaron Best didn't mince words post-game.
When you look at a 3 of 13 on third down, I mean that's atrocious. 3 of 13 on third down, even against a very highly respected defense. It wasn't like we were 3rd and 12 all day long. I mean there's 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s, normal third down situations outside of one late in the game where we pinned them inside the 10 on a punt. It was a flow-driven deal. Tololo talked about situations where we kind of did ourselves no favors at times. Whether it's missed block, miscatch, misread. Eric's having to step up sooner than anticipated. It just seemed to be kind of one-off at the moment where we needed it to be a little bit more dialed in.
This game is a big deal because Eastern wants one of the top 8 seeds to get a bye in the first round of the FCS playoffs. This loss puts that in peril as Eastern came in ranked 5th. They will most likely be out of the top 8 when the poll comes out Monday and only have one ranked team left on their schedule. The Eagles say they are not going to panic right now, and they were very firm about that post-game. Aaron Best, though, does know the gravity of this situation.
Chin up, we can take some punches, but we'll probably see them down the road. So I'm excited about it. This season's far from over. We got the best player in the country. Anything can happen. And I fully believe that.
Well, I think it's different. I'd be lying to you if it wasn't different. You're a 7-win team, and before you get to 8 wins, you got to get to 7. Well, we've been on 7 for two weeks. It's a matter of 4 points. And this game is cruel sometimes. 4 points, 2 losses. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if or how many you lost by. It's a matter of the fact that you lost.
Eastern Washington plays UC Davis next Saturday. That is their last game against a ranked opponent. It is down in Davis, and it is imperative for the Eagles to get a win in that game in order to get that top 8 seed to get a bye in the first round of the FCS playoffs. That's what everybody wants. It also means that you get to have home field advantage in the second round. Reporting in Cheney, I'm Brenna Green, KREM 2 Sports.